Welcome to Peep This Out Reviews with Ian K.
Stay frosty.
Welcome to the Friday night stream, everybody. It's Ian K for Peep This Out Reviews here on YouTube. Let me jump on over to my chat here and see if you guys can hear me, if you can see me. We got to do the usual housekeeping stuff right in the very beginning right now. Give me that thumbs up. Let me know you guys can see and hear me okay. If you guys are watching this on your mobile device or on your laptop, let me know. We got thumbs up from Bus. We got thumbs up from Drew's Food Reviews. Nice, 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 nice. Welcome to the live stream, guys. It is definitely February. If you guys can believe it, we're on the verge of Super Bowl weekend right now. Super excited for that. Candace Cherry, how you doing? Incidentally, just so you guys know, I've been having some trouble with my internet, and I'm actually on my Wi-Fi connection right now. But I've optimized my settings for buffer float and all that good stuff as well. So let me know how the connection is, if everything is catching up in the chat here. So far, it's showing that everything is green. It's managing nicely. So give me that thumbs up if everything is moving good and there is no drop in sound. That would be awesome. All right, let me jump on over here and see who we've got in the chat. We've got a lot of people here in the chat, actually. But for those of you who are just happening upon my channel for the very first time, again, my name is Ian K, creator, producer, and host of Peep This Out Reviews. I create what I like to call high-quality foodie features with a little bit more of a journalistic slant on doing food reviews in the style that I do. I have a blast doing what I do. Have a look around the channel. If you like what you see, I definitely urge you to subscribe. We've got new content every single week. And should you feel the need to actually donate to the channel, you can do that here in Super Chat, as well as directly in the description below for channel donations as well. So for those of you that wish to do that, every little bit goes a long way. As you can see, I'm a one-man show. Everything you're going to see is designed, implemented, and produced by me. And it's great to be on here with you. So now that we've got all of that taken care of, let's see who we've got in the chat here. Extra large fries. What it do, what it do. Drew's Food Reviews. Nehemiah Sanders, great to see you as well. Epic Popsicle, no life. Come on now. Bus7332, hello Friday night chat. Great to see you on here, Bus. I love seeing all the familiar peeps on here. Michelle Baker, Michael Domayer as well. Jen C. Molina, Jane Smith, Goody Two Shoes, what it do, what it do. Elizabeth Rickard, thanks so much for jumping on as well. Honey Bunny is in effect here right now. You gotta love some of these avatar names. Travis Kingsbury, great to see you on here as well. Daniel Hart, shout out to Patty. Patty, if you're out there, let's peep this out. It's Friday night. We're gonna definitely get into some Q&A. There's been a lot going on in the foodie community this past week, so we'll talk about that. Let's see. Orion, how you doing? Great to see you as well. Let's see. Drew is going to be watching the Kitten Bowl. And Goody Two Shoes, is anyone watching the Puppy Bowl this year? I'll probably tune in and check that out. I'm kind of curious, Jane. I'm a big animal lover, as you guys know. Let's see. Buzz, greetings from Southern California, where it's 56 degrees. How cold is it where you are watching? Well, Buzz, I'm in Southern Cali with you right now, so we're in the 50s. So, yeah, it is crazy. It is like literally the day after, or whatever that tomorrow, what was that movie that came out a few years back, the day after, something like that, where there's like cataclysmic weather that's happened there. It's been crazy back east. It's crazy watching some of those things, but you know, Godspeed to everyone to stay warm and just get through and just do what you got to do. This has been a pretty brutal winter for the East Coasters for sure back east. Candace has no work tomorrow. Cool, very nice. Carl Broussard, great to see you on here as well. Andrea G, glad you're all better. Definitely better every single day, which is good. So some days are better than others. Today was kind of so-so for me. But I'm glad I am here. You guys are medicine for me, which is a great thing. For anyone who's watched the replay from last week where I talked about everything that happened to me, if you guys have watched the replay, there was no issues whatsoever with the video that went up there. So if you guys are having some problems watching the replay, and thanks to everyone who commented on that stream as well, and all the nice, all the well wishes and everything as well. You have the full replay available to you right now, and everything works flawlessly. So you can see the beginning to end, everything from without interruption if you had interruption last week. But we should be good right now. Outlaws Generation, what it do? Let's go Rams. Yeah, I'm very curious to see what's going to happen. It's going to be the newbies versus legendary experience. I hope it's not a blowout, but we'll see what happens if the Pats destroy the Rams, or it could be an eye-opening game. Who knows? I'm excited to see the game this weekend, very much so. So we've got the thumbs up. Michelle Baker can hear and see me. Very nice. I'm catching up on the thread here with you guys. Outlaws Generation, here are you? All good. How are you? Good, good, good. Thank you so much for asking. Again, some days better than others. Today was okay so far. We're going to go down and answer some more comments here before we get into some hot topics. If you guys have any questions, we're going to talk a lot about what has been going on. What it do, Floyd Trammell, Dilbert Doe, great to see you on here as well. Andrea G, will you collab with Reckless Eating? I actually have in the past, but I wouldn't mind doing that again. Matt and the crew over there, always great people. We don't live too far from each other. And shout outs to Matt Zion for sure, and Chris Reckless and all the awesome people over at Reckless Eating. Really, really great channel. Sarah Star Vlogs and Reviews, stopping by to say hi real quick. Thanks so much. Enjoy dinner, Sarah. Enjoy dinner for sure. I got to take a look and see what you thought of the cheesy bacon fries. I just saw my notification feed, and there's a few things that have come out, so I will definitely take a look and see what you thought of that. For any of you who have watched my review, I think you already know. I'm not going to spoil it for you. Let's see. Tuesday, what up, dogs? Great to see you guys on here right now. Have you ever tried Sawsome Burger at Wendy's? Well, I tried the Sawsome sauce, and I wasn't impressed. But there is something coming out tomorrow that I think will pique your interest just a little bit. Do you think you can take Joey's World Tour in a fight from... I can never pronounce the name. Lesrigofer. I can't pronounce that name. No comment. No comment. Joey's a cool dude. I really, really, really like that guy. He's a good dude. He's a good guy. The Mighty Turtle. Give you a shout out. You just got one right there. Mighty Turtle in effect here right now. Kim D. Thanks so much for jumping on. The day after tomorrow. Yes, Carl. That is correct. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Jim Helen. Thoughts on Mr. Happy calling out the endorsement? What exactly did he call him out on? Let me know here in the chat. We'll talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. I'm very curious to know. I have a lot to catch up on. It's been an eventful few weeks for me right now. So what are the thoughts of what Mr. Happy is calling out the endorsement on? I have no idea. Let me know. Day after tomorrow, you said the words, but not in the right order. Okay, I was close. I was close. All right, Ed Keaton, hope you're doing well. Glad to see you, brother. Greetings from Sacramento. Ed, thank you so much for being one of my most loyal supporters and followers as well. And to all the amazing people here on the chat, you guys have been sending me direct messages, commenting on my videos. I'm trying to catch up as best I can with all of my content that I've been putting out. A lot has come out this week, and I've been trying to keep my head straight because I'm going through a few things ever since I got back from the hospital. So I'm trying to get back into the swing of things and keep myself as busy as possible. So there's a few things coming up as well. So one of them will be for tomorrow for you guys. Incidentally, this live stream replay will go live probably on Sunday. I'll put it as an unlisted video in the community tab, and you can also find it on the live stream replays playlist here on the channel, since we're going to be doing mostly Q&A and talking about whatever it is that you guys would like to talk about. We'll definitely do that. Adrian, love the movie Ralph Breaks the Internet. It's one of the first movies favorite 2018. Yes, yes, yes. Very cool movie, actually. I got to say. Michelle Baker, Mr. Happy called me out as well? Okay, what is that all about? Good old Greg. I'm kind of curious now. You guys got me all piquing my interest here just a little bit. Let's see. Carl Broussard, what will you be eating for dinner? I'm going to be doing In-N-Out this week, low-carb style. I really feel like going for that. As you guys know, I'm watching my macros and my carbs because of everything that's gone on. So I got to basically limit that, but I cannot give up In-N-Out because you guys know In-N-Out is the bomb. I absolutely love it with a passion. Al Martis, hello, hello. Great to see you as well. MD Got Clout, go Rams. You guys are excited for the Super Bowl weekend. What's the drink for tonight? I am doing kind of a boring Arizona sweet tea with honey. That's pretty much it. Nothing too crazy tonight at all. Let's see. Nehemiah is answering back to Bus. As a person who likes lived in New England for 17 years, is kind of used to the code, but still hates it. Yeah, I agree. It is crazy back east. I used to live back east. I think I mentioned that to you guys when I was a kid. I remember the blizzards well for what it was like back then, with the snow machines coming up early in the morning and kind of digging and making the pathways. And sometimes school would have to be canceled because it was just crazy weather. So we would pretty much stay in. It was my sister, my mom, and me, and we would pretty much just make pancakes, grilled cheese, and hot chocolate. I remember those days very well. Drew tried the bacon cheese fries back in November. Yes, you were one of the first ones there when it was the test market, I believe, up in Northern Cali, up over there as well. I think Joey did it as well too, but now that everyone is doing the cheese fries. Let's see. Oh, my chat is going up here again. I'm going to do my best to answer everything that I'm seeing here tonight. Jeremy Jenkins, did you reach out to Justin from the video he posted last night? Yes, I did send him a message. I actually just saw that this morning. And reached out to Justin to kind of let him know a few things about that. So we'll talk about that if you guys wish to. Cheetos chicken sandwich from KFC, though. Yes, Elizabeth Rickard, I saw that. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Michelle Baker, did you get advance notice when new food is premiering? Mr. Happy called out on BK funnel fries. Did you get a chance? Did you get advance notice when new food is premiering? Not all the time, no. The funnel cake fries, like I mentioned, I knew about that early in the month, actually, for that there. But I did not know. I knew they were coming at some point in the month. But it actually, and I think I described this, I explained this last week on the stream, Michelle, if you haven't seen this. But I knew about the Big King XL the beginning of the month, along with the funnel cake fries coming. But they actually pushed the funnel cake fries till later in January. And then they came out with that M&M shake, which is something that I just have no interest to check out. So I was actually at a doctor's appointment the day I filmed my review for that, and saw that these were actually supposedly premiering. I was sitting in the waiting room, and I was just kind of looking around and doing a search online just to kind of see what was happening, because I knew eventually they were going to show up. And they said that they were going to be premiering, I think it was the 26th, I think it was. So on my way home from checking out my doctor, that was my first doctor's visit with my primary, I decided to swing by a location not too far from where I was, and lo and behold, they had them. So I did the review, and it is what it is, and I enjoyed the heck out of them. They were amazing tasting, and I think I was one of the first ones to actually try it, because they were pretty much not really advertising it too much, even though there was something up. I think they had something small on the menu board as well as in the drive-thru there. But usually, you know, with some things, I'll kind of know generally when something is coming out, and then I'll go check it out there. But this particular one, literally, I was just coming from a doctor's appointment and just picked them up, and I'm glad that I did, because they were very, very tasty. So, not sure what Greg may be talking about there, but I know Greg, and who knows what he's trying to stir, so it's all good. Whatever works for you. Let's see here. Elizabeth. Chicken Cheetos sandwich. Okay, we saw that there. Adrian, this is my first time ever being on your live stream. I'm so honored. Very cool, Adrian. Thanks so much. And I actually replied back to you earlier today on Facebook as well. So thank you so much for jumping on here right now. Dilbert Doe with the super chat donation, $2.50. I appreciate you, man. It goes a long way, no matter how small. It definitely helps. So thank you. Thank you so much for taking the time to do that. The Saints got robbed. Who knows how that would have gone? Yes, that call was bad. But I don't know if that would have dictated how the game could have gone, even though if they would have made the catch, who knows? It really could have gone either way. But I understand the controversy around it, and it is what it is. Elizabeth Rickard, no idea what Greg might have said, but it's theater, trust that. I have no doubt. Mr. Happy 0121. Goody Two Shoes tried the new Western barbecue burger. Pretty awesome. Yeah, I saw that Cravings menu, and in terms of picking one to do, I wanted to go with something that would definitely appeal to me, and I got to admit, two of those choices on there, I won't say which one, didn't really do it for me as being something that I needed to film, I wanted to try, but there is one in particular that I think you guys will enjoy. It was definitely pretty tasty, and I definitely had a lot of fun putting it together for tomorrow. Outlaw, I need to review that Cheetos chicken sandwich. I must have it. Yes, it's pretty interesting there. You can't go wrong with a Cheetos dusting, like a sauce or whatever that is, along with Cheetos in there. Now, the funny thing is, this is not the first time I've seen something like that, because here in Southern Cali, I actually did a test market item for Carl's Jr., which was the Flamin' Hot Cheetos burger that they did. If you do a search for that Flamin' Hot Cheetos Carl's Jr., you'll probably see my video that comes up. I don't know very many people who did that, but I checked it out, and it was basically a cheeseburger with just Flaming Hot Cheetos and like a cheese sauce, I think it was, something like that. So it's something kind of similar, but for chicken, for KFC. But the fact that they're calling it a Cheetos sandwich, that definitely needs to change, because there's no chicken, there's nothing in the title with that. I mean, Cheetos sandwich just sounds like it's missing something, Let's see. Outlaw, are you going to try the new Wendy's barbecue cheeseburger? Stay tuned. Stay tuned, Mike. Stay tuned. Travis, Greg is always throwing out jabs at you, but he's mostly just horsing around. I don't doubt it. I have nothing against Greg. I know he can be a little sharp with what he may say here and there, but I have love for everybody here in the community. I have no problem with anybody. If people feel the need to throw a little shade just for to spice up whatever they may be doing, whatever their content is, it is what it is. I guess if people are not talking about you, you're doing something wrong, right? So if people are talking about you, that's actually kind of a good thing at the same time as well. So I don't take it personal, whatever it may be. But you guys got me interested now for what it is. So we'll have to see if I'll check this out later on tonight. First time on live as well. Thank you for answering questions, Michelle Baker. No worries. I try my best to get to everybody here. It's very hard sometimes because, like I said, I'm a one-man show trying to get through here. Ed Keaton, who do you take in the Super Bowl? I got to be honest, the experience of the Patriots, especially this last, the couple of weeks ago, those two games were phenomenal. It's going to be a little hard, I think, for the Rams to really match some of the talent on there. They've got a talented team, don't get me wrong, and I love LA, obviously. I live in LA. You think I'd be a Rams fan. But they're still a little fresh for me here, even though we have a new team here. I'm still not quite swayed over from the Patriots because I've always I've liked the Patriots for a long time. So we'll see. Either way, I'm looking forward to an amazing game. I'm looking forward to really having a decent amount of food. Throwing the whole carb thing out the window that day because I definitely want to have a bunch of pizza and I want to definitely have a good time. So I'm excited to check it out. Nehemiah's going with the Pats as well. Very nice. Dennis, have I tried the Big Mac? I think that was... Let me switch on over here. Have I tried the Big Mac with bacon yet? I have not. No, I have not. Elizabeth, years ago, Happy Man Snacks asked why there's no Cheetos Whopper. Who knows? You'd think Cheetos is kind of almost exclusive to BK because of the mac and Cheetos and stuff in the past, but, we'll have to see. Scott Matthew, what it do, man? Thanks so much for jumping on. Great to see you. The familiar avatar in effect. Jeremiah Taylor 24, can you do a review of all the sauces at Buffalo Wild Wings? I'll take that one under advisement because I know you're probably wanting me to go up to the atomic level. So I'll have to see what we can possibly do with that. No guarantees, no guarantees. Although I was actually almost going to review one of the burgers from Buffalo Wild Wings before some other things came up. So I don't know if I'll circle back to give that a try just to see. Let's see. Jim Helen. I think it just left off right over here. Okay, I'll have a link to the videos. Okay, cool. Scott Matthew, what happened to fast food pit stops? Let's talk about that real quick, and then we'll jump back into some of the stuff on here right now, because I was a little shocked by that there. Naturally, looking at the title, I was like, what is this all about? Personally, for me, I got to be honest, Justin is one of the most stand-up guys in the foodie community. He has a blast doing what he's doing. I love the editing that he does. I'm a huge fan of the production of what goes into the content that he makes as well. He has a lot of fun doing what he does and makes really, really great stuff. I mean, he's got a really fun breakdown, and he really, I wouldn't say I would compare it to like Joey's World Tour because he does all the slapstick stuff and he has a lot of, stuff, but he's also very introspective when he talks about the food that he reviews. And I like that because naturally, for me personally, I'm very detail-oriented, so I love watching reviews that have a lot of detail where you're describing the flavors, you're describing textures, you're just describing what you're eating, because if I'm going to eat something, I want to know kind of what it is at the same time. I just don't want to know that it's great and it's awesome and it's a 10. I don't, for me, I really want to know a little bit more. I want a little bit more depth, more meat. And I've always admired that about Justin because he keeps that perspective on top of making it as entertaining as possible for that. So with that being said, I was very surprised by what I saw with that. And I didn't want to believe it at first because personally for me, I really feel like a lot of the people that used to do food reviews, like early on when I started, like almost 5 years ago, a lot of them are no longer around anymore, or they just don't put out the content on a regular basis where they're not kind of like on it. Eventually you'll see some things, but mostly it's the newer generation of people that are coming up that are really kind of putting that content out there and they're getting their feet wet. They're, kind of developing their styles, and there's a lot of great content creators out there right now. I don't know if you'd call it like the 4th, 5th, or 6th wave of people that are doing these things now. But the people that I kind of have grown to watch, there's very, very few. I mean, in terms of consistency, I see Joey's World Tour, who's pretty much every week. like myself doing it as well. I'm just as like a huge YouTuber, just to kind of put that out there for subscriber base. But Fast Food Pit Stops would really kind of be up there as well and just putting out that content. So when I saw why he was actually going to be leaving the platform, part of me was like, you know, that's just not cool, you know. But ultimately, you have to feel good about what you're doing in general. Not to say he didn't feel good about what he's doing. I know he had a blast doing what he did. And I really enjoyed, you know, checking out to see what he had going on, especially after I reviewed something. He was one of the few that I would actually jump into and see what he was doing as well, too. It's just unfortunate that there's such a toxicity of just people on YouTube that really try and do whatever they can to try and really bring down those that are trying to put their best foot forward and doing something that I think a lot of the people who wish they could do something like that would. But instead, it's much easier to throw shade. It's much easier, you know, to kind of say you're this, you're that, you look like this, whatever. Now, granted, if you're on YouTube, you've got to have a thick skin. And you hear that from every creator. You hear that from all these motivational people that are telling you, you know, just go out there, put out your best work. Don't worry about it. If people hate you, they hate you. If they love you, they love you. Either way, you're garnering a response, and it's a good thing. But to the defense of Justin and what he was talking about, when you're targeting family, when you're targeting things like on a routine basis and the things that he had going on, and apparently it was so overwhelming that you really feel the need to completely pull back and do something different, it's just unfortunate that people can get under your skin to do that to you. And that's unfortunately, you know, the gist of what I got there. Now, not to say that he was not going to come back, because I really hope that he does. And like I said, when I was going through what I was going through in the hospital, he's one of the few that reached out to me directly, who was sending me messages and who was really, you know, interested as to what was happening and if there's anything that he can do. And to be quite honest, I mean, I hadn't spoken to Justin in a very long time, and to have somebody who I hadn't spoken to in a very long time reach out to me to that degree, you know, really, it says a lot about character. And Justin himself was just, you know, really very forward that way, and I was very, very touched by that. I got to be honest. Along with Whitfield's food review, Nicholas, the same thing. We all have a mutual respect and camaraderie for each other. I know that we all watch each other's stuff. As much as people say they don't watch food reviews, they don't, you know, watch other creators, you know they do, because obviously it's referenced and things come up. So I never believe that stuff when I hear it. But when it comes to the character and the genuine people that actually are on the platform that reach out and take the time that way, it speaks volumes, no matter what may have happened in the past, no matter what you may think of somebody, because technically all of us, we know of each other, but sometimes we don't know each other directly. We know the content that we do and the way that we are on camera, and the messages that you send back and forth, you know, are just literally just that. But you can kind of get the gist of what somebody's character is in how they're writing to you and the way that they're doing it. So Justin really was one of those people to do that very early on when this happened, and that really says a lot. Based upon prior experiences with other people on the platform and things like that, I was very blown away and touched by that, and it says a lot. So I really hope that he does come back. I've actually, just to let you guys know, I mean, some tips that you can do to avoid people that are trying to like attack you on like a regular basis, and if you're really, like, I want to say, like, under fire, and you're really getting hit with people that are seriously trying to do harm to you that way, there are many things that you can do to suppress a lot of that. And one of the things for me is I have a very strong filter on my channel. I mean, I have, and I was telling Justin this, I have about 50 to 80 plus words, almost 100 now, I think. There's an option in YouTube that allows you to kind of put certain words in, and if any comment is put on your account or put on your videos with those words, it'll flag it, and basically you have to review it. And if you don't review it, eventually they get filtered out. Usually it kind of just accumulates and I delete them anyway. But I have such a strong list of various spellings of all the nastiest words you can think of in many different ways, things of that nature, that a lot of it gets filtered out. And I want to say about maybe 85+% of what I see that's in the review just gets deleted right away, and that doesn't bother me at all. So one of the things that I recommended to him is that's actually one strategy that I would spend some time on and really put that in there. You know, you can put anything in there, and whatever the word that comes up in a comment is, you're good to go. So you're pretty much covered that way. So that's one way to try and combat that. Secondly, obviously, is just to ignore it, because, you know, if you ignore it, you ignore it. There's no power. When you answer in comments back, you leave it hanging in the background. I never answer some of the comments that I kind of let through. Some of the things that are just so stupid to me, they're funny. It is what it is. So one thing is, I will never let anybody try and attack me in such a way that it's going to limit my passion for creating on the platform, because what I do here on my channel, for me personally, is so much more powerful when it comes to what it does for me mentally, as well as just me putting out product that I know that people are going to either enjoy or at least get a response. They'll get a response from it. But there's no way that I could ever acknowledge anything. I mean, sometimes maybe once in a blue moon, just to have a little fun and acknowledge something that doesn't make any sense because it just, obviously somebody didn't watch the video and they're just being stupid. But when I see some of those things and I see a word that may have gotten through, I just add it to my filter, and that way it just gets better and better and better. So I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I have a fairly clean comment section on my account. And for the most part, I thought Justin did as well. I didn't see too much craziness, but obviously he was putting up examples with stuff like that. So I guess, you know, like I said, it's everyone has a journey that's different for them, and him just crossing 25,000 plus subscribers is an amazing thing, and I think that that's just huge at the same time. So, you know, I'm hoping that he will come back eventually or do something to do that. But if there's anything, if Justin, if you're watching this right now, if there's anything that I can do to help you with setting up that filter, or just to try and give you an idea, or maybe just send you a word list that you can cut and paste, you know, whatever it is, I'm telling you, you got to protect yourself. You got to, you know, basically have a thick skin, but you got to protect yourself, because naturally it's toxic, and people are talking about it more and more on here right now. And there's a lot that you can do to help combat some of that. And then hopefully YouTube will get a little bit stronger with that as well. So I got to admit, like I said, I was very much shocked by it at the same time. So, you know, that's pretty much all I really want to say on that. But yes, I did reach out to him, and I am definitely going to make sure that, you know, if we can help him get back to what he wants to do, as long as it's fun, ultimately at the end of the day, it has to be something that you enjoy doing here on the platform. And if it's not fun for you anymore, and things happen and things change, you know, guys, we're doing this for free. I mean, you got to look at it that way as well. So, you know, we're putting the money out to do the food, to do the editing, and not to say for any other reason except that I love doing it, and that's what you have to do. You have to get the stuff and create it at the same time. But to have people try and do that type of thing, you literally just have to go like this. Just flick it off your shoulder, or at least try and protect yourself as much as possible, and let it go from there. So, you know, that's all I pretty much want to say on that topic for it. But I am very much ready to go with making sure that we just keep doing what we need to do. So, Mr. Rogers here, Fast Food Pit Stop, said he was done. You know, we'll have to see. There's things are temporary. I'm very hopeful that, you know, things are good, and he changes his mind and decides to come back and eventually does what he needs to do. Today's rock. Love these live streams. The quarter pounder with bacon is fire. It's flame. Very cool. Militia 4546. I'm glad you're back. I am glad that I am back as well. Elizabeth Rickard, pit stops pulled a stunt to build up Patreon base. I do not believe that, Elizabeth. Kyle Broussard had chili for dinner. Very nice. I'm kind of scanning down over here. I know I was talking for just a little bit. Let me try and see if there is anything on here. Let's see here. Hey, Ian, if Tom loses, he still has 5 rings and he can retire, the greatest of all time. I agree. I agree. Love the goats. Love the goats in there. Why doesn't Taco Bell have milkshakes? Because they are very big on their freezes, apparently. Candace, big bite. Yes, yes, yes. Let's see. What about Review Bra? What about him? He's an interesting character, that one. God bless him, though. He's doing whatever works for him, and that's good. Dairy Queen has delicious blizzards. They're going to put one out. It's born in Worcester, Massachusetts. Cool. Very cool, Adrian. Very nice. Let's see. Elizabeth Rickard, and he's back less than 24 hours later. What? Patreon base grew by 400%. Good for him. Well, I'll have to get caught up and see what's going on over here right now. Ed Keaton, at least your food reviews are thorough and enjoyable. You rock. Thank you so much, Ed. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Terry D. Town, late, but I'm glad I made it. Was going to ask for the address. I was going to ask you to address Fast Food Pit Stop Respect. Glad to do it. Glad to do it. Like I said, there's a lot of great content creators here on the platform putting out content on the daily. And, you know, for those that do it on the daily, God bless you guys, because it really feels like things are not like they used to be. Like I said, a lot of the people that I used to watch are just not putting it out as often. So for me personally, at least 2 pieces of content a week minimum, along with maybe a live stream here and there, aside from me being in the hospital where I just went over that by like 3 days, it really is, it's just a blast to do. I mean, I have no lack of passion to keep creating what I'm doing here. But again, it's different for everybody. So, you know, naturally we all go through things. Militia started watching food reviews on YouTube with Epic Mealtime, and Joey, unfortunately, Epic Mealtime is not the same. Agreed. You're awesome reviewer. Love your reviews. Thank you, Militia. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Let's see. Going down. Critical East Japan. Yes, Justin is a great guy. Like I said, the character of him especially, I was really just blown away by his messages directly, and I really, it meant a lot. It really, really meant a lot. Some of the things that he said just meant a lot, along with Nicholas from Whitfield's Food Review, and everybody who reached out directly as well too there. So some of you here in the chat have reached out to me directly, which is really awesome. So thank you for that as well. Dilbert Doe, for some reason there are trolls that follow food reviewers and post nasty comments on their videos. Maybe he didn't want his daughter to see that stuff on his videos, and I can understand that. I can understand that. But again, there are ways that you can actually combat a lot of that, including putting spaces in between letters for people that want to get creative. You know, the moment you see something strange on your comments and something gets through, just add that to your filter on the channel, and I guarantee you are going to get your comments in check, and it's not going to be that much of an issue. That is something that's very, very easy to do. And let it grow over time. I haven't hit a threshold yet, and like I said, I'm close to like 100 words on. It's like a block in my settings on YouTube, which is cool. Larry Nguyen, sorry I'm late, just got home from dinner. No worries, no worries. Great to be on here. We're just hanging out tonight, answering questions. Let's see here. Elizabeth Rickard, look, I don't judge how you do your hustle, but it is what it is. Terry D-Town, nice beard. My face is jealous. This is not too bad, huh? A couple of weeks. I'll probably keep, this is probably about as long as I'm going to have it before I kind of trim and do my thing here. Goody Two Shoes, trust me, food review drama is nothing compared to vegan YouTube drama. It's brutal. I'll take your word on that, Jane. I'll take your word on that. You know, there is, in any community, no matter what it is, there is drama, I guess, with people that love to throw shade back and forth. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm just going to be quite honest. I'm a grown-ass man. I'm just going to put it out there, okay? I don't have time for that at all. I don't get caught up in drama. If people are talking, you know, things about me, or people are talking things in general, if people really have an issue, you know where to find me. It's very easy. If there's something that you're concerned about, if there's something you want to know, if there's something that you think may not be on the up and up and you need clarification, reach out. That's all I have to say. I mean, I'm very much an open book, and I'd be more than happy to discuss anything with anybody, to be honest. If you have a problem, if there's something in the content that is just seriously not right and you feel like you need to reach out, reach out. I really am. I invite the dialogue, because, guys, there is no progress unless there's dialogue. So other than that, it's just shaded videos of just one slanted viewpoint of what people may think how things go. And unfortunately, you know, I don't want to say all people just don't have the common sense to kind of put 2 and 2 together. But if you don't get the other side of the story with whatever it may be, how truthful and how accurate really would it be to have anyone make an assessment or a judgment based upon one viewpoint of what they think is the reason why things work out the way that they do and things like that. So, you know, for what it is, like I said, if anyone has any issues, please, I invite the dialogue. I'm very easy to reach on social media. You guys all know how to reach me on YouTube. Social media stuff, of course, direct messages, DMs, whatever you want to do. Like I said, it is what it is. I'm just, you know, an average guy giving my viewpoint on what I think of something that's come out fast food-wise or whatever it is I'm reviewing. And I'm having a good time doing it. And that's pretty much it. I don't put too much thought into it that way. Those that do, you may want to kind of maybe evaluate some things there. That's all I can really say about that. Let's see. Ride the Stunner. I liked him. Disappointed that he was so thin-skinned about the comments as a creator. And then comes right back. I have to see what's going on with that, if there's been a change of anything there. But again, you know, if there's an outpour of support and that way, and you realize maybe you made a snap decision or a judgment about some things, you know, it could be just, you know, fixing some of that possibly as well. Let's see. Ed Keaton, do you offer any advice or insight to your fellow YouTubers? Yes, actually, I get a lot of direct messages from other creators, a few other ones actually, Some that you're going to see some collabs with very soon as well. And I love doing that. I love answering questions and having a good time. This year, especially with everything that I've gone and I've been through, I really want to do what I can to kind of help and really kind of help mentor that way, because I'm beginning to kind of feel like there is just not a lot, like I said earlier, of food review content creators that are putting out the consistent stuff that's out there. And those that are starting to do it and they want to do it more regularly, I'd be more than happy to give any tips, anything to make it a little bit easier. But I do actually answer direct messages a lot when possible through social media and direct messaging, stuff like that as well too. Let's see. I have no idea. Came back. It was fast. Yes, Drew, don't feed the trolls. Once you acknowledge people that are saying things negative to you, you've already given it power and they've won because they've gotten a response out of you. So that's one of the reasons I am extremely hardcore with that. It doesn't bother me like that. There's no way that I'll ever let that get to me. And that's one of the reasons I keep that filter strong and I can just delete and just move on. I really don't care about that whatsoever. Ride the Standard didn't know he officially came back, but deleted videos yesterday and publicized all this today. Okay, I'm going to have to go see what's going on with Justin over there. See what's happening with him over there. Let's see. Matt Covington, watching anything good on Netflix and Prime? You know what, Matt? Man in the High Castle. I'm halfway through season 3 and I love that show. Netflix, last night, the wifey and I checked out Polar with Mads Mikkelsen. If you guys haven't seen, he was actually in Doctor Strange. He was in Hannibal. Hannibal Lecter, the TV show when it was on. Polar, it's based on a Dark Horse comic graphic novel, and it is balls to the wall, crazy action. Basically, if you guys haven't seen the preview or what it's actually about, Mads Mikkelsen plays a retiring hitman who's trying to collect about $8 million because it's basically everything he's been putting into, like, say, a 401k plan. Being an assassin, when you retire, they're supposed to match that amount and give it back to you. But the story is basically that the organization that he works for tries to kill off all the assassins so they don't have to pay. So naturally, they bark up the wrong tree and go after Mads Mikkelsen. And his character is pretty awesome looking. There's a point in the movie where I won't say when, but he kind of looks like Solid Snake from Metal Gear Solid, and it was so awesome. If he's ever cast as that character, if they do a video game movie, he'd be awesome. But check out Polar because it is a blast to watch. It really is. Let's see. Ed Keaton, you got to look out for number 1. Yes, yes, yes. Just don't step in number 2. Everyone is doing their own thing here on the platform. So I don't really look at it as number 1, number 2, whoever's doing what. As long as you're happy making the content that you're doing it and you're putting it out the way that you want to put it out, everyone's got their own thing going on there. But yes, definitely take care of yourself and safeguard yourself as much as possible. Terry D, you got to get up early. Nice to see you again, Ian. Take care. Looking forward to future videos. Yes, tomorrow, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time will be the next one. And then this replay will be out on Sunday as an unlisted video in the community tab, as well as the Livestream Replay playlist here on the channel. See, Adrian Martyr, wish the online racing game Slaughter Race was a real racing game. Love that song too from Ralph's Break at the Internet. Yes, yes, yes. Let's see, going down the line. Elizabeth, also, we're so glad you're doing well now. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I've got a couple of things I have to do this coming week. Going back to my doc on Wednesday. And we're going to be taking a look at stuff from the hospital that I was in to find out what my go-forward plan is and to find out exactly what is left in me that I need to take care of. Because honestly, it's playing with my head a little bit, so I'm trying to keep it together with everything. But, you know, it's better. It's better. Let's see. Michelle Baker. That was the last one left here. Got to run for now. We'll watch your next review. Thanks so much. I appreciate that very much. Hopefully you got this before you jumped off here, Michelle. But thank you so much for jumping on. Ed Keaton, the only BS is that Ian should have time for is burritos and salsa. Yes. Don't sweat the small stuff. You already know what it is, Ed. That's a nice one right there. Adrian loves the new Kingdom Hearts 3 game. Actually, it really is pretty cool. It looks really, really great. I haven't played a Kingdom Hearts game in a long time. Just watched Polar Crazy Glid from Stephen LaFlash. You already know. Dang, murder sure does pay well. Yes. $8 million Severance, I guess, coming back to you. It's pretty cool. I got to admit, it was really, really good. Tuesday, what is Little Ike Productions? It's just the name of what I like to say is my own made-up production company for what I like to do. And if I ever decide to go into something different on my channel, whether it's creating a different format, something different, Little Ike is the name of my animated character with a little magnifying glass, and it's actually a nickname that my best man, who was in my wedding, gave me when we worked together a long time ago. He would always call me Ike, and naturally with my little animated avatar, I just added little in front of it. So now you know a little history of where that comes from. That's supposed to be me, actually, the little cartoon version of me holding up a magnifying glass. Let's see, Larry Nguyen. Yes, I've heard of the show Fresh Off the Boat. Yes, I have. Pretzel pizza too salty, people are saying, from Tony Yayo. You know, again, that was not a bad situation when I tried that. Now, granted, I had tomato sauce mixed in with my cheddar cheese sauce. I don't know why they made it that way. It was the day that it was coming back out, so I guess they needed a refresher on how it's made. But I enjoyed the hell out of it like that, and I have to admit I would get it again that way as well. Although I do have to admit, I'm going to try and maybe get it for Super Bowl Sunday because I want to have it just the way that it is normally. That would be great to see as well. Speaking of cheese, let me tell you guys, let's see, earlier this week, I filmed the cheesy bacon fries, actually, a couple of days ago, actually, like a day or two before that actually came out. But I had already put out the Beyond Western Bacon Cheeseburger, so I actually pushed it to a day before it was supposed to come out. So if you guys are actually checking out my content after the BK Funnel Cake Fries, the Beyond Western Bacon Cheeseburger was a blast to go check out with that one there. Again, a plant-based patty, 20 grams of protein from peas, which was pretty cool. And I had to check it out on the Western. So a lot of people were saying, well, you're getting it with bacon. Is the bacon vegan? No, the bacon wasn't vegan, and naturally it's just a viable alternative to meat, but with all the other ingredients on there. So it was really good to try it that way. And I kind of wanted to make that a bookend piece to the sponsored video that I did, even though that video was not sponsored. You'll notice that one has a rating, and that's one of the reasons that I wanted to do that, for sure. But again, the cheesy bacon fries, decided to push that one out after the Beyond Western there, so it came out a day before it was officially unveiled yesterday. And I had a blast checking those out. Just a very tart cheddar cheese sauce. It was strong. I mean, when they made it, it was awesome. I simply went into a location and they had the standee. I'm like, yeah, can I get an order of the cheesy bacon fries? I asked the girl, you know, have you tried them? Are they good? She says I haven't, you know, she hadn't tried it yet, but not a lot of people were ordering them. So got my order, did the review, and impressed. If you guys haven't seen that review of the cheesy bacon fries, absolutely check that out because I enjoyed that immensely. There was so much cheese, and it still held its composure crisp-wise with the actual fries themselves. I was very impressed with that. So very, very tasty overall, and I will be getting that again. It was good. It was really, really good. Vengeance Falls, what it do? 96, nice to see you on here, man. Let's see here. Jency, have I tried the original New York Seltzer soda yet? I have not. I'm guilty as charged. I have not. Militia has lived in Burbank, in Chicago for 5 years. There's a place called Taste Chicago. It's owned by Joe Montaigne. Oh, cool. Best Chicago food. Should give it a try if you're ever by Burbank. I am actually by Burbank. There's a Fuddruckers there I go to once in a while on San Fernando Road. May have to take a look and see what that's all about. Let's see. Elizabeth Rickard, even though yours is green, your avatar reminds me of Inspector Gadget. Yes, I get that. I get that kind of often. I guess if I were to make the gray trench coat, Elizabeth, it could pretty much pass for a little mini version of him, somewhat. Maybe a little bit of a longer face, but, you know, absolutely. Let's see. Trav, so Polar is a John Wick series. You know, it's very similar because that third movie, John Wick 3, Parabellum, I think it's called. Trav, great to see you on here, by the way, my friend. Thanks so much for jumping on. Always a blast chatting with Trav on chat and off. He's definitely a cool guy. Yeah, this movie for Polar has got little shades of kind of like their most recent John Wick with him on the run, and obviously the third movie should be pretty crazy. So I wonder if that was the reason why it was done that way. But keep in mind, Polar is based on a graphic novel, and that actually is something that came out previous. So technically, the John Wick copy Polar. It's possible. It's possible. Goody Two Shoes, never got my money back from Little Caesars fiasco. I remember that, Jane, a while back. It was not a good experience you had. It's still not too late. Now that it's back, I would probably see if they can do something for you with that, because that is definitely no bueno. Definitely no bueno. So guys, give me a thumbs up with the sound and the video still, because I think we've cracked the code here. I've actually matched out for buffering on my router and got everything squared away. I think we're good in terms of everything catching up. Let's see. Go Rams. It's going to be a good game. It's going to be a good game. Dilbert Doe, I heard Tom Brady hired a plastic surgeon. Let me see. That just jumped up over here. I hate when my chat does this here. Hired a plastic surgeon to add a 6th ring to his right hand. Dude is confident. That is so funny. Go Gadget. What's your Chinese zodiac sign? I believe the Chinese New Year is February 5th. Yes, it is. And I'm actually going by the Chinese New Year this year because how my year began was not a good one. So I really want to see this as part of last year and moving forward from that there. But I couldn't tell you what my Chinese sign is, actually. I should know that. I really should. Pete Maldonado, are you going to try the bacon quarter pounder with cheese? No, I have no desire to try that. Maybe on its own, but I have no desire to review that at all. That's just not something I'm interested to do. There's so much other things out there right now that I have on the slate, so to speak, there's just no need for me to do that. And besides, I did the VIP event, which did the fresh quarter pounder, as well as showing you how it's made and everything. So I kind of already did that. Just adding bacon. Why? not my thing. Not my thing. For me personally, not my thing. Let's see. Drew got mine with extra cheese sauce. That's a beautiful situation. You can't go wrong with the cheese sauce. I really am enjoying it. I'm trying to answer sporadically questions on that video. Some people are saying they didn't get enough cheese or the cheese wasn't good. It tasted processed. Again, your mileage may vary with some of the places that you go to. I don't ask for any special treatment. I don't ask for anything different when I go in to do my to get my reviews. I just go in there and order it as is. I know that when I drive through, I know some people always say, well, when you're saying peep this out, you're letting them know that it's you and they know what to make there. But I got to be honest too. Let me just put this out there. I don't call ahead of time to let them know, and whoever is working, I find it hard to believe that when they hear that, they're going to know, okay, we got to make it like the absolute best because it's Ian K from Peep This Out. I say it so fast that by the time I get my stuff in there, it is what it is. And I've had some experiences that have been kind of so-so. So don't believe the hype, if you start, reading stuff like that. Just because I'm saying, yo, Peep This Out, let me get so-and-so. Nobody knows that I'm coming in the day that I'm filming and whatever I may be going on. If I'm called to do something differently and I do a drive-through experience, they're making it the way that they're making it, typically to try. But 9 times out of 10, that's not how it goes down. So just putting it out there. Just putting it out there for you guys. Let's see. My chat is jumping up here again. Dr. Claw from Inspector Gadget. Very nice. Kenneth, how was the Doritos Flamin' Hot Chips? Awesome. I have just a few left, actually. I thought that bag was going to be gone a little bit soon after I did that last week. But I love those chips. They are really good. Really good. Kenneth, so glad you got your beard back. Yes, it has returned. It has returned. Jency Molina, have you tried the fudge-covered Nutter Butter Oreos yet? No. I have no desire to, because of my carb stuff there, I definitely do not want to buy a box of those. Can't do it. Can't do it. Let's see here. Just see. Kenneth Taylor just turned 21 last week. Congratulations. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Kenneth Taylor. Happy birthday to you. And you've got the emojis right there as well, so you're already ready to go. Happy birthday, my friend. Not just today, from wishing you best for this year, not just today, but throughout the year. That's very awesome, man. Congratulations. Korean barbecue is amazing. Yes, it is, Elizabeth. Let's see, going down the line. Kenneth Taylor, do you know anything about Joe Mueller from JKM Crave TV? We have talked on occasion. He's definitely a cool guy as well. He's doing his thing on his channel. It's been a while since we've chatted, but definitely I know of JKM Crave TV, of course. Let's see, going down the line. Let's see, going down. My chat is jumping all over the place here right now. Kenneth Taylor, Ian K, Peep This Out is based on... I've seen you type this before, Kenneth. Are you cutting and pasting? I'm based on Adam Richman from Man vs. Food, Guy Fieri from Diners, Drivers, and Dives. That'd be awesome. I appreciate the similarity. Let's see. Elizabeth, yes, I joke about it, but it's highly unlikely him saying Peep This Out makes any difference. Yeah, like I said, I say it so quickly that there is no way, honestly. And I have been rotating some of the locations that I've been going to as well. So I really find it hard to believe that people know exactly who I am. and they're making it the most absolute best looking there. I mean, I can't help it if the locations in my area just do their job well. I don't know what to tell you. I know that there's, you know, if it doesn't look like, you know, it's supposed to, take it back. If you're doing a review, you got to rate it as it is. But if you're getting something and it looks primo, you know, like I said, 9 times out of 10, what you're seeing, actually 9.9 times out of 10, it's really just what I'm getting, and that's pretty much it. There's really nothing. I'm not asking to make it extra special because I'm filming in my car today. Come on, that's crazy. Let's see. Drew, yes, I remember the Jack in the Box fries live. You went back to the drive-thru to get more chicken. Yes, that's one example, Drew. Very nicely put. When we were doing that, it was a no bueno situation. And you know what? It was a good idea to go back. I'm glad I listened to that viewer who suggested it at the time. And we did the live drive-thru twice, which was pretty awesome. And I believe that was on the triple cheese. Oh, no, the buffalo chicken, I think it was. The sauced fries for Jack in the Box. So take a look at that. I have a thumbnail made for that. And that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. Elizabeth Rickard, now where's my free dessert? Nice. I owe you. I owe you. Let's see. Kenneth Taylor, nice shirt. Thank you. It's one of my favorite ones. I love this one. Let's see. Trav, yeah, just like my Wendy's never lets me down. That's awesome. I have 2 Wendy's in my area, and generally they do pretty well. You know, the review coming out tomorrow, you'll have to see. You'll have to see. Crackdown 3 will disappoint. Let's hope not. I mean, they have Terry Crews doing the advertising for that, so I don't know. We'll have to see how that goes. Kenneth, you like trying new things and limited time foods? Of course. Limited stuff, things that are new, all kinds of stuff like that. Vengeance, what were your thoughts on Hellraiser Judgment? Definitely one of the better made for cable type sequels, for sure. I just missed Doug Bradley in the role, to be honest. Elizabeth Rickard, have you ever done a premiere? Yes, I have actually. I can't remember what it was. What was it actually that I premiered? It was actually when that option came up. Before it was available to everybody. For like 2 or 3 weeks prior to that, I had a premiere option. And I'll have to get back to you on that, Elizabeth. But yes, I have. For that there. But the thing is, though, a lot of the stuff that I do, I like to kind of surprise. I mean, I like the idea of premiere at the same time, but I like to surprise with stuff, which is kind of fun. So like when 12 o'clock rolls around, you know, every few days or so, you don't know what you're going to get. It could be something like, oh my God, is that seriously what I reviewed? Or is that something brand new? You know, or it could be just something else. I like to kind of keep the suspense. I love the idea of premiere, which is good, but I haven't really been using it too much, to be honest. Let's see. Randy B, would you do food challenges? Once I am exactly 100%, I will definitely consider doing that. Right now, I have to watch my macros and carb intake and stuff like that too, and just still keep active and fit at the same time. So we'll have to come back and I'll table that one for a future thing. We'll have to see. Goody Two Shoes, favorite Hellraiser character. I have always loved Chatterhead or Chatterbox, the one who's always like kind of, you know, chattering his teeth. But of course, Pinhead. Absolutely pretty awesome as well. Elizabeth Rickard, what's for supper tonight? Going to be doing In-N-Out protein style, which is basically an In-N-Out double-double animal style. No tomato, of course, and it's wrapped in a lettuce leaf. Actually, a couple of them, which is really good. And it absorbs all the juices and everything, too, before going into the paper. It kind of makes it almost like a salad, I guess, if you want to call it that. Let's see. Steve LaFlash, Nadine got a crash. Go Pats. Yes. Thanks so much for jumping on, Steve. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Drew's Food Reviews. I just had some Philly cheesesteak fries on live today. Nice. I'm going to have to check the replay and see where you got those from, Drew. For sure. You've been a live streaming beast lately. Valentine's Day is coming up. Yes, it is. My wifey's birthday is actually the 15th. So right around that time. Kind of makes it a little difficult. To kind of make it special either way, right? Militia, have I ever tried Wiener Schnitzel? Yes, I actually have a playlist here on the channel. There's a few reviews as well. And I have watched Maury Kyle Broussard. I have seen Maury in the past. It's been a long time. Elizabeth Rickard, yep. Can't remember what it was, though, what I did a premiere on. But it was one that I did a while back. To take a look and see there. I know in my video manager it'll say premiered, and you know it'll be on there. It'll be on the video too. You guys will probably be able to see it on your side as well. Kenneth, what do you mean you have no desire to try brand new limited time food? What do you mean? I do have a desire to do that. What was your opinion of the new Halloween movie? Definitely enjoyed it. Still no substitute for the original, but it definitely was a very, very hardcore sequel, as it should have been, because it had some brutal sequences to it there. So I definitely enjoyed it. Looking forward to whatever they do with the next one, for sure. Ed Keaton, will you do any reviews for Popeyes? As soon as they come out with something new, I will. I've done just about everything that they've put out nationally. For the most part, there's very little that I haven't done, so I usually don't kind of retread and do things. And if there's something comes out that has been done before, you'll usually find it in the community tab, kind of letting you know that, yes, I did this, it's out, I did this before, so you can check it out. But we just had one open up close to me here, literally about maybe 10 minutes from where I live now. So I'm actually going to, the very next promo item that Popeyes comes out with, I will absolutely make sure I hit up the new location to give you the footage and to do the review there, whatever that will be. Brent tried the funnel cake fries and they skimp on the powdered sugar. Yes, I'm seeing, I guess some people are not getting enough of that good stuff. And again, I can't speak to how they're prepared anywhere else around the country, however you guys are finding them. But if something is not looking right, you got to let them know. And naturally, you know, if they're not made correctly and if it's just not to your liking, have them like make it right. They got to just, literally, those things out of the fryer with powdered sugar were pretty amazing when I reviewed them, and they were really, really good. Lots of like pillowy cakiness in the middle there, and it was good. It was really, really good. It's the only word I could think of to describe it, because as I bit down into it, it was fluffy, and then you can kind of see the buoyancy of it when it like popped back and everything. I was like, wow, these are freshly made. I mean, I was really blown away. Larry Nguyen, Portal Player, how you doing? Thanks so much for jumping on. Larry Nguyen, how's the new Resident Evil game? I love it. I love it. Oh my God, Resident Evil 7. Is insane. Graphically beautiful. I expected it to be. Story so far is pretty intense. Trying to find Mia in the house. I kind of did that, and things kind of happen, and I'm, doing a few other things right now. But man, I have like an insomnia problem right now since I've been home from the hospital. So when I'm not editing, I have that on in the big screen in the living room, and I'm just enjoying the heck out of it. It is fantastic. It really is fantastic. I'm glad I waited, because this version of it, the Gold Edition, has all the DLC. So once the game is over, I'll be able to continue on. But I'm loving it. I am absolutely loving it. Really, really good. Let's see. Good to see you live, Portal Player. Thanks so much for jumping on. Okay, what if your doctor told you could only eat tomatoes from here until eternity? Elizabeth, come on now. I guess I'd have to hold my nose every time I chewed, right? And swallowed. Can't wait till Mortal Kombat 11 comes out in April. Yeah, I'm excited about that one, actually, Adrian. It's been a while since I played a Mortal Kombat game, and that looks pretty fantastic. The new one looks great. Really does. Matt Covington, got to head out, but glad to see you're feeling better. Good night, everyone. Thanks so much, Matt, for jumping on. Matt Covington, one of the premier peeps since virtually the very beginning of my channel as well. Great seeing you on there, my friend. And the same avatar pic with the glasses as well, Matt. Thanks so much for jumping on. Carl Broussard, do you watch the lie detector test on Maury? Not in a long time, but that's like 90% of those shows anyway on Maury, right? Is he the father? Portal Player, Mr. Happy is throwing some shade at you in his new video. Of course he is. He does that from time to time, I'm sure. Whatever the reason is, like I said, I don't know what it is and why, but it's Greg, so nothing but love for that guy doing what he's doing, whatever works for you, like I said. Matt Covington, good night to Elizabeth Rickard. He is wishing everybody well. Okay, Kenneth, do I like Sour Patch Kids? My chat is jumping up here as well. Hang on. Where did you go? Okay, do you like Sour Patch, Mike and Ike, Skittles, Trolls, and Starburst? Yes. All of it. Elizabeth, did you do their Black Eyed Peas? No, not separately, but the next thing I get, I might try that as a side. And maybe do that as like a little bonus at the very end, because I'm kind of curious. It looks pretty good. Trav tries. Endgame predictions. Captain Marvel is going to come and kick everybody's butt. Pretty much that's what I'm expecting. It's kind of the worst kept secret, I think, because of Captain Marvel's movie coming out to introduce who she is. For those of you who don't know, she's one of the most powerful characters in the Marvel Universe. So if anyone is going to destroy Thanos and do whatever, at least put him out of his misery in some way, maybe not kill him, I'm expecting her to rip it up. So it should be pretty awesome. And that movie looks phenomenal too, Trav. I think you know already. I'm super excited for that. And obviously, the Spider-Man Far From Home trailer is out, so we already know that he's back, and Nick Fury is back, and it's kind of the why they did that. I understand why they did it, because they have to start promoting it, but it's just I don't get that at all. Portal BK Sourdough King is delicious. I agree. I agree. Doritos Flamin' Hot limited edition snack. Definitely limited edition. I hope it stays around for a while. Tuesday, is YouTube your full-time job? No. Wish it was, though. But I do okay. I do okay with it. Dude, did you hear that Big Bite review quitting? Too much hate towards him. Yes, we were talking about that earlier, Plum. I gave a whole bunch of my thoughts on it. But we'll have to see what the future holds. Like I said, Justin is a stand-up guy. He's a class act, and he's definitely a good guy. So, you know, we'll see how that goes. First sourdough burger I had was at BK, and that one was promoted by the first Shrek movie. I don't remember that, Adrian, actually. Then again, I guess I'm not surprised with the tie-ins with some of the movies. Tony Yayo, Xbox or PlayStation guy? You know, I have them both, and I'm more on Xbox, believe it or not. I've always been a fan of Xbox Live. I just think it's a more mature platform, and I definitely enjoy it. So some of the exclusive on PlayStation I would love to get, but like I said, I'm bracing for hospital deductibles, so I'm not really going to be buying anything until I know what's going on with that. But yeah, great stuff on both platforms either way, though, I got to admit. And Resident Evil 7 looks fantastic on the Xbox One anyway, so I'm enjoying it. Did the game give you nightmares? It's definitely keeping me up at night in a good way. Let's see here. Elizabeth, Trav tries. I still like you. Very good. You should. He's a good guy. Captain Marvel movie doesn't look good. The actress seems lethargic. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Let's see. Phones charging will do very good. Kyle Broussard, when will you sign up for Uber or Lyft? Not going to do that. Trav, Greg's an amazing guy, just a little sarcastic. Like I said, it is what it is. Nothing, no hate against anybody. I don't have anything against anybody at all. But like I said earlier, if people are not talking about you at all, I guess you're doing something wrong, right? So I guess I can't complain. So whatever he may be jabbering about, whatever the reasoning is that he has for saying what he says, if it works for you, hey, it is what it is. I'm not mad at you. Portal Player, are you playing Kingdom Hearts 3 or Resident Evil 2? No, not playing those yet. Sarah Starr, she is back. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope dinner was good. I'm going to be on for just a few more minutes here. We're already at the hour mark. I've been talking for an hour right now, trying to go through and answer all of these questions here. I hope you guys are enjoying this content right now. I know there's really no food review tonight, but I just wanted to kind of connect with you guys and just let you guys know how appreciative I am of you. And I look forward to this when we do this on Fridays. It's definitely so much fun to do. And again, I can't thank you guys enough for just all the well wishes and just the continued, you know, checking in to kind of see how things are going. And I'm going to be honest, I'm not really in a good place mentally with some things because I'm trying to work through a few things right now. But I'm having fun just, you know, pouring all of my energies into what I'm doing for my passion here on the channel, as well as my side stuff that I work on. I got to admit, it's just it's very, very helpful. Very, very helpful. Let's see. Let's see here. How many games do you have on Xbox or Xbox? Probably like in the 20s. I don't really have too many over the years that it's been out there. I don't really buy everything because I just don't have time, to be honest. So I'd probably say ballpark in the 20s. It's not nearly as much as it used to be when I was a little bit younger and I had a lot more time. And excuse me, and I wasn't doing YouTube at the same time. That does take up a lot of time as well. Any of you content creators here on the stream, you already know when you're making content, I mean, granted, if you're just recording something from beginning to end and you're putting something in the beginning and the end and then you're done, okay, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you're making edits, if you're producing things, you know how time-consuming that can get at the same time. And even Justin said in his video, you know, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours. I mean, that's not uncommon. Every one of my videos are like that, to be honest. I can't get away with anything less than maybe 6 hours, give or take. So I can appreciate, you know, how he feels and just in general there. So when I had time, I was definitely able to do a little bit more. But because of the passion that I have to create the stuff I do here on the channel for you guys, takes up a lot of time. Takes up a lot of time. Portal Player, Jack in the Box is the worst place. Do you agree? They have some okay food. I like checking out what they've got going on. They've got some good stuff there. Let's see. My chat is moving up. I think Jane is leaving. Goody Two Shoes, are you calling it a night? I appreciate you jumping on if you are. Thank you so much. And also for the well wishes too directly. Jane, thank you so much for reaching out. Let's see. Drew tried the Sour Patch ice cream with the Sour Patch Kids cereal in it. Oh, I don't know about that, Drew. I don't know about that, man. I'm gonna have to see what you did with that, because that's craziness right there. Jen C. Molina, Wendy's has 3 new cheeseburgers. Well, technically 2, even though the third one is being marketed as new as part of the combos. But yes, and I don't know, it doesn't look awesome to me. I'm sorry. Let's see, Elizabeth. They're saying something like the press is good. The saying is something like all press is good press as long as they spell your name right. Very nicely put. Very nicely put. And yes, there's Jane. Gotta run, guys. Much love. Take care. Thanks so much, Jane, for jumping on. Hopefully you saw that before you jumped off. As we are rounding out the stream here right now, moving up the chat. Let's see. Again, Portal Player, Mr. Happy throwing major shade at you. Whatever works for you. That's all I gotta say. Doesn't bother me one bit. Let's see here. Sarah Starr is saying hi to the boyfriend. Sarah, where did you guys go eat tonight? What did you guys have? Trav, yes, sir. It can be work with a lot and time goes into it. There's not enough time in the day. Anyone that wants to start, just understand that it can be a whole other job. Yes, it can. I'm telling you. When it comes to promotion, social media, optimizing your videos, using all the tools available to you to make sure that you have it set up as perfectly as you can for search, and you're promoting it to where it needs to be promoted. There's a lot that goes into it, believe me. It's like a whole other thing. When I finish a video, literally I feel like I have at least a couple of hours of admin work just to kind of get it set up, and then I have all my social media stuff that hits at the same time. So I'm telling you, a lot of stuff. Trav knows what's up with that too there. He does some editing on his stuff for sure. Ed Keaton, keep on doing what you do best. Don't sweat the small stuff. You're one of the best. Have a great weekend. Stay frosty, my friend. Thank you, Ed. Thank you so much for jumping on. I appreciate the kind words always from all of you guys doing that. Kenneth, would you like to try and taste this of the new Sour Patch Kids ice cream? I don't know if I want to try that, to be honest. But it looks interesting. It looks interesting. I have to check out and see what Drew had to say about that. Texas Roadhouse. Got the chicken fried chicken. Chicken fried chicken. Boyfriend is my second channel in here. Oh, okay, cool. Very cool, Sarah. Sounds like a good meal for sure. I can go for some fried chicken right now too, but I gotta watch it. I gotta watch it. Let's see here. Going down the line as we're last couple of things here before we finish it out shortly. Texas Roadhouse. Outback is good too. I haven't been to the Outback in a while, Elizabeth. Good stuff though. Blank Blankerson, can you point at the camera and say, let's peep this out? Thanks so much for jumping on here. Great to see all the familiar peeps, all the new peeps that are in here as well. Outback is food porn, says Trav Tries. And if you guys haven't already, and I know that I've kind of like bounced around here a lot, if you're recognizing any of these names, Trav Tries, Sarah Star Vlogs and Reviews, Drew's Food Reviews, all the other creators who may have popped in, or maybe people who are watching right now that don't want to make themselves known, you know who you are. There's a way that I can check on that. Thanks so much for doing that. But definitely like, share, comment, and subscribe to all of the creators out there that are putting that content out there. I mean, like I said, guys, we're doing this for free. So naturally, the donations for the channels, those all help. They're all going to the right places, and they all definitely help the bottom line. For all of those who have donated, whether on PayPal or, which I haven't seen just yet, if there is any of that at all, as well as here in Super Chat. Thank you so much. I believe it was Dilbert Doe early on for that as well. Thank you so much for that. But guys, support the community. It is very important to support the community for that. Let's see. Last few things here. Let's go down the line. Jack in the Box. It's pure stoners at night. Get off at work at 7 o'clock. Get some milkshake. Very good. Yeah, Jack has definitely some quote-unquote stoner food. Let's see. Going down the line. Portal Player. Mr. Happy is throwing major shade. You need to respond. Do I? What is it about? What is it about? Like I said, if there's any issue with anything, just, you know, people know where to find me if there's a problem. It's all good. Like I said, if people are not talking about you, you're doing something wrong. Or I should say, when people don't talk to you, they tend to talk about you. So if people are talking about you, it's usually because you're either not in communication with them and they're just, whatever they may be doing, it is what it is. So like I said, I have nothing against anybody. I don't know what all this is about, what this keeps coming up here, if whatever this may be about. But like I said, if people have an issue and then whatever the issue is there, I think we're all adults and y'all know where to find me. That's all I have to say. No problems whatsoever. Let's see. Favorite restaurant is Red Lobster, the cheddar biscuits, Nehemiah. The cheddar biscuits. That's all I have to say. Larry Nguyen. Woo, 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 woo. You know it. You already know. Elizabeth, someone stuck on repeat. Yes, yes. Adrian, favorite California movie is the first Back to the Future. Love Claudia Wells. She's my favorite actress. Getting this shirt mail sign. Oh, very cool. Very, very cool. Jency, hey, you have a good evening. Thank you so much, Jency. You as well. Let's see here. Elizabeth, you already know hospital bills are no joke. I know, like I said, I'm bracing for it. I just don't know how that's going to go. We'll have to see. All right, last couple of things here, guys. We'll go for maybe 4 or 5 more minutes here. It's about 10 after 9. I can't believe this right now. Let's see. Anthony Camacho. Let's peep this out. I appreciate you jumping on here towards the end of the stream. We've been going for a little over an hour right now. Adrian, the shirt hunter, says, quote about the Ride Master is sitting on top of the DeLorean. Oh, that's cool. Own it on PS3 and on PS2. Very nice. Very, very nice. Portal Player's favorite is Sizzler. Their salad bar is pretty good, but I have to admit, I do like their cheese bread. The cheese bread is pretty bomb. Sarah Star, Alexa's getting creepy, not even talking to her, and it's just like, sorry, I don't know that. Do you have... I don't have an Alexa. I don't have one of those devices, those home devices. Pretty much I just say, hey, Google. And that's pretty much it. Oh! Actually, my phone is trying to do its thing right now. Let's see. Drew, Pete versus Mr. Cage match. Cool. Hilarious. Portal Player, I'm sure your insurance will cover your hospital bill. Let's hope they cover, like, as much of it as possible. That's all I have to say. Let's see. Oh, my God. My brother is yelling with my nephew, Nehemiah Sanders. That's craziness. You're having some situation, it sounds like, there. Glad to see you're doing well. You're always so positive, and it's great. Jeremy Jenkins. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm telling you, I have a very different outlook on things considering what I went through. And, you know, like I said, I choose to kind of go towards the positive side, which I've always done. But obviously the alternative and going through what I went through is crazy. So definitely not. See, what horror movie are you excited for this year? Nothing horror movie wise is really kind of jogging my interest. Although the new Jordan Peele movie, I think it's Us. I think it's coming out. Looks pretty good. Happy Death Day to You. No Desire. But we'll have to see though. We'll have to see. Maybe It Chapter 2, to be honest. I'm looking forward to that. Let's see. Sarah Star Vlogs. No worries. She will murder y'all in your sleep tonight for Alexa. That's hilarious. Hilarious. Oh, good times. Good times. Hopefully they will cover the whole bill. I hope so too, Nehemiah. I really do. I really do. Larry Nguyen, can you stay for another 30 minutes? I can't do another 30 right now because I am seriously, I got to get some food. I've got to get some food. For sure. I'm just glad that the video is for the review for tomorrow is done. You'll find that at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here on the channel. We're expecting major rain actually all weekend here. So it's going to be through, I think, late tonight, tomorrow, into Sunday, and then Monday at the same time. So we'll have to see how this is going to go. I'm definitely going to be relaxing. I have to take it easy for sure tonight, this weekend. Portal Player, what am I going to be eating? Going to In-N-Out, double animal style, protein style with no bun wrapped in lettuce. Sarah Starr, do you watch the Ted Bundy tapes on Netflix? You know, the wifey has been watching it and I've been casually looking over. And honestly, a lot of this stuff I remember seeing on various news outlets when that stuff was happening, when they had something in the past on it there. So it doesn't really seem like it's anything super new. It's just Netflix version of doing a documentary, but you know, I'm not really too into it. I am interested in seeing Zac Efron's version in the movie, though. Kind of curious to see how that goes, because I think he looks pretty fantastic as Ted Bundy. It's kind of crazy how they transformed him a little bit there. Let's see. Adrian, recall Emulator, one of the best classic arcade games in old consoles. Oh, very cool. Very cool. That's good to know. Always down with some emulation of some classic stuff for sure. Nehemiah, being in the hospital is no joke. A couple of years ago, I had to stay for a few days. My brother didn't visit because he would have cried. Yeah, hospital is not fun. It is not fun, but it's a necessary evil, if I can say that, because of what you have to do to get yourself fixed, you know, because it is what it is. So, but I hear you. I'm not a fan. Definitely not a fan. of it. I went through something really bad. It was an eye-opener. Some military days. Hey, Ian, did you hear the crazy thunder yesterday? Yes, crazy thunder, like late morning into early afternoon, and then it was kind of okay in the afternoon. But yeah, it was pretty scary in terms of that thunder yesterday. It was rattling here, which was pretty crazy. Larry Nguyen, can you get me a double-double with a large soda? Sure. Sure. All right, guys, with that, let me jump on over to my main portal here right now. I hope I was able to answer a lot of what you guys had to discuss here on the channel right now. I know probably one of the biggest things was the fast food pit stop situation. And again, I wish nothing but good things for Justin over on his channel. Whatever he decides to do, if he comes back, whatever it is. I guess some people here in the chat are saying he already is. I guess the videos are back on the channel. So I got to take a look and see what that's all about there. Michael, yes, just dropped the Fast and Furious trailer. Yes, Hobbs and Shaw. I haven't watched the trailer yet, but it's all over my feed. So I'll definitely check that out tonight and see what's going on with that for sure. But yeah, I just wanted to say, guys, thanks again. Like I said, from the bottom of my heart, I think the experience was solid tonight. I've got my my buffering and everything taken care of. I've done some tweaking all throughout the week. So has the experience been good? Let me see in the chat here. Give me that thumbs up if the experience is good. It seems the chat is caught up. The quality of the stream is moving along nicely. The reception seems to be solid, even on Wi-Fi right now with the issues that I'm having. That's why I'm on Wi-Fi right now. It'll be corrected for next week for sure. But give me a thumbs up. Let me know that everything is looking and sounding good here. And there should be no delay for you guys. So very, very happy with that at the same time. Good. Seeing a lot of thumbs up here. Looks like the chat is catching up as well. Guys, always a blast. Elizabeth Rickard, again, thank you so much for all that you do and for being as supportive as you are. And all of the amazing people here in the chat. Sarah Star Vlogs and Reviews, Drew's Food Reviews, Trav Tries. You know, you've got some good stuff to look forward to here in the community from everybody. There's been a lot of great content this past week. Sarah just dropped her cheesy bacon fries review. Make sure you guys jump on over and check that out. Just really, really awesome stuff. And again, like I always say, guys, tomorrow is never guaranteed. And I've been kind of thinking about this ever since I got home. So make whatever it is that you do as best as it can possibly be. Just be as positive as you can. Don't sweat the details. If people, you know, are talking about you, whatever it is what it is. Like I said earlier, you know, I guess if people are not talking about you, that's a bad thing. It means you're doing something wrong, right? So if people are talking about you, you know, it's kind of a cool thing, bad or good, whatever it is. Obviously, you guys have been letting me know that apparently there's a lot going on that I'm not aware of just yet, but it is what it is. So let's see here. Don't forget to post your food on the YouTube story. I will definitely try and put some stuff on there and get active with that again. And yes, Sarah Star Vlogs, she's been posting her vlogs from the cruise that she was on too. So jump on over and take a look at that. Lots to look forward to there with that too. I think they're about like 8 or 9 minute videos. If I'm not mistaken there, Sarah, for sure. Zombie Roca, thanks so much for jumping on here at the very end. Thank you. This replay is going to be available to you on Sunday since I have my regular content coming out tomorrow. So find this here in the community tab on Sunday, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, give or take. Could be earlier. And you'll also find it in the live stream replays as well. And if you guys are catching this on the replays right now, thank you. In advance, if you've donated to the channel, at the link in the description box down below directly, or here naturally on YouTube in any other fashion. I guess obviously it would be direct because you're watching this on a replay right now. So thank you so much there. And to Dilbert Doe for the super chat donation, thank you as well. You guys have a lot to look forward to this weekend. It's going to be a busy weekend, Super Bowl weekend. So I'm not expecting anything crazy content-wise really coming out on Sunday. But naturally, you'll find this replay at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time as well. So let me jump on over to the other side, and so I can see myself over here. I'm going to grab one more drink. Oh, that was good. I love the Arizona tea with honey with ginseng. It's just tasty. Tasty stuff. All right, guys. So with that, I'm going to close this one out here right now. Thank you so much for doing what you guys do, jumping onto the channel. I'm definitely making every effort to answer as many comments as I can to catch up on a whole bunch of stuff. But again, have an amazing weekend. Enjoy the weekend. If you're doing any Super Bowl partying, do it responsibly. Be very careful. Don't drink and drive, no matter who wins. naturally have some great food and just enjoy yourself. We'll definitely be talking on the stream next week. And of course, you've got a whole week's full of content coming as well too, with various things that'll be coming out there as well. I'm busy doing a lot of stuff still, so you know, back into the swing of things and enjoying myself at the same time. So with that said, this is Ian K closing out the live stream officially for the 1st of February, which is crazy to think about right now. Is it February 1st? It's February 1st. Is it February 1st? I don't know why I'm tripping right now. February 1st. I just tripped out right now. It is what it is. Anyway, Ian K officially closing out the live stream for February 1st. Guys, enjoy your weekend. And like I always say, I've got brand new content every single week here on my channel. So stay tuned for the next review coming real soon. In the meantime, stay frosty. I'm going to be hanging out here in the chat until the music ends. So definitely, if you guys are going to be answering some questions, I'll do my best to answer as many as I can before the music completely dies down. So guys, enjoy the weekend, and I will definitely talk to you soon. Next review, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time tomorrow, February 2nd. I hope you guys like it. I'll be answering some questions. I'm going to be stuck inside with a bunch of rain, I'm sure. So it should be a lot of fun with that. So again, have a great weekend. Go Patriots, go Rams. Let's just have a great game and eat lots of food. We'll talk to you guys later. See ya.